Welcome to another episode of Void City Reviews. I am Toast.
I am Dan.
And tonight we're going to be looking at a pretty special Optimus Prime Ghostbusters crossover figure. This was a 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
We are celebrating the release of the new Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters Afterlife. We have both been waiting for this movie for what seems our entire lives.
Stick around all week.
Indeed, we have a lot of Ghostbusters toys to go through for you.
So as I said in the intro, this is a special edition. This is it's a redeco of the MP-10 mold. So Optimus Masterpiece number 10. They redid him in a few decos. This was in 2019, so it was a few years old at that point. But they did this gorgeous Ghostbusters decoration. I mean, you could see the work that went into the trailer there.
Which is pretty awesome. You got all the call, the number, we're ready to believe you, the stripes going on the side, the logo.
I love this splatter.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The slime splatter all over it instead of mud.
And the back of the truck as well. So they did this, and then they also did, Hasbro was doing a version of the Ecto-1 that also transformed. And Ectotron.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like trash.
In the comics, he looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
He looked a little clunky, but he also looked kind of cool, and he was a cool character. The toy, the way he transformed could have maybe been done a bit more gracefully.
Yeah.
But he just looks so clunky and strange when he's transformed. He looks nice as the car. I was kind of surprised. He looks like a decent car.
It is a good car.
Translates to the Ecto-1 very well, but once you turn him into a robot, not one of the best. It looked a little too forced, I guess. Like they knew we wanted to make a Transformer of the Ecto-1, but we don't really know how to transform it well.
At the same time, so they were also doing Transformers DeLorean crossover, and that I don't think looked that good either.
No.
But at the same time, they showed pictures of this, and I'm like, oh, that is gorgeous. And I didn't have any version of MP-10. I'm actually not that big of an Optimus fan. I'm not a big fan of the cab over design. I like where the engine sticks out in front. This is classic Optimus.
I was gonna say.
And I don't like the way the truck works.
So you like the one nobody likes.
Yes.
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 Not the one that literally everybody likes.
Right. I am alone in that. So that's fine. I've been okay with that. But when they showed this, I'm like, oh, I might need to get MP-10. And when we transform into robot mode, you'll see my other issue that I have with this. But as with posing, I've been able to solve my issue, and I actually love this toy. I chose at the time not to buy this. It was $150, which I thought was too much, and now it seems like a deal. But I told my wife, and she goes, that does look really cool. And she bought it for me. So I thank her constantly, because this thing, I love it. It's fantastic. But we've got Optimus, we've got the trailer. On top here, we've got a proton pack. This does fit onto his back as well.
That's pretty cool.
And then we have...
So it kind of mimics all the shapes on top of the Ghostbusters Ecto-1.
True.
Except now it's recreating it on top of his trailer instead.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And we have a version of Roller that is also...
the RTV from Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Well, it's
kind of nice, but a six-wheel version.
It's a trap design. This piece just doesn't even snap on top. It just rests on top. But
so what is that? That's also just like a little car?
In the cartoon, I think this sometimes pulls the trailer or it comes out the back. I've tried to forget the cartoon.
It's really bad.
It is.
It's so bad. Sorry, Transformers fans. I know a lot of you are going to be very angry at that.
Yep.
I would also guarantee none of you have watched that cartoon since you were children.
So the one thing that I've forgotten is this actually comes with the Slimer, and I didn't think it came with him, so I didn't bring it. I left the Slimer at home, but it comes with a tiny Slimer, and you can put him on top of the trap as well.
Would you like to transform this for me so I can see what the other form looks like? You said you had some things to say about that.
Yep.
All right, well, let's pause this for a moment while we transform it, and we will take a look.
So here he is, transformed. And I don't know if you can see it already, This is for you. Do you see a problem?
They look like Optimus Prime's arms to me.
Go down to his knees.
Well, almost to his knees.
So my problem with the MP-10 mold in general was that I thought his arms are too long. They go almost down to his knees, and I never could bring myself to buy a copy of this mold. There are modifications, third-party mods, that shorten up the forearms so that his arms are a proper length, but...
More than just you has a problem with that?
Yes.
Oh.
I am definitely in the minority. People loved this before they came out with a new version of Optimus. But, yeah, it's the only thing I can see.
He's a robot truck alien.
Yes.
I think it's silly that he looks as human as he does.
The only other problem that I have is I think his eyes should have been painted. That they're not makes him look dead.
Well, with the gray head, he kind of looks like movie I Just Died Optimus
Right?
a little bit,
Right?
a little bit, with the white body and the gray head.
I've always thought about painting just his eyes, and the only color that I can think of is green. The other thing, I left it home, is his gun. But he does have a gun, and it connects to the proton pack. So here we've got proton pack unfolded onto the top of the trailer. Looks a bit more like the top of the Ecto-1 now. So he is Ecto-35, as in the 35th anniversary at the time. And there is a tiny matrix in there.
Oh, let me see. Oh! And it comes out?
Yes.
Nice.
Difficultly.
I won't make you take it out.
Okay, good.
That's pretty good.
So he is the Ecto-35.
It looks like it's way too small for his hands.
Almost always. It is too small.
Of course, even in the movie, wasn't it too small? Except for the frames where someone was actually holding it, then it was
Trying
magically
to open
big
it?
enough for their hand. But then, other than that, it was like this little thing that like fit.
Nothing-
Nothing in Transformers ever stays the same shape that
No.
it should. Megatron turned into a handgun for other Transformers to use.
Also for humans.
Yeah.
In at least one scene.
That would be like if Darth Vader turned into his own lightsaber and someone else swung him around. Optimus had a gun. Megatron had to turn into a gun for someone else to use. And of all people, it was like always Starscream, the one he hates the most. Why would he let that moron wield him? Why?
Starscream had gun arms, so I don't... It's really...
They all had guns. Megatron had a giant gun on his shoulder that he had to shrink to turn into the barrel of a little itty bitty gun. Like, well, just use it the size it is.
Really, it should have gone to Soundwave. He was the most trustworthy. Anyway, so there is a gun. It folds up and actually stores in the back. But there's also this notch here, and then we can plug the
top of the Ecto-35 trailer transforms into a proton pack.
It plugs in here. There we go. Now, makes it pretty deep.
Yeah. I'm used to Optimus Prime getting all sorts of upgrades that are just humongous.
So usually I've got this guy posed, some sort of dynamic thing to make the arms less visibly long. And then I've got him posed with the trailer behind him, and I can see it, I think, from most places in my office. Anytime I'm looking around, I see this guy, and he makes me happy. I really like this toy. I'm glad that my wife got him for me.
I think it's pretty awesome as well. This guy's pretty sweet. I'm glad I got to see him. He looks pretty cool. How difficult was he to transform? Watching you transform him, it didn't look that fun. I mean, I've seen ones that looked more difficult, but he didn't look that simple necessarily.
He's not bad. It's the problem is me. I'm the problem, and that I haven't transformed him since I've got him back in 2019. So I just had to remember how the mold works, and he is easier moving from truck to robot than he is from robot to truck, in my opinion. So The really difficult part you missed because I was at my house. But he's not bad. I usually like the asymmetrical. I like asymmetrical designs in general, but he's always had the Autobot logo on one shoulder. And here's got the Ghostbusters, and he looks really good. So I know he's going for more money now, aftermarket. If you were lucky enough to get this thing at the time, then count yourself lucky. And if you are able to get it now, then I would suggest it.
I'd say do it, especially with the new movie coming out. It's probably just going to go up in price.
If you're a fan of both properties, like I am, it's a great piece.
You said this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive?
Yes, 2019. The trailer, like MP-10, also opens up. There is a... How does this work? So there is a ton of sculpted detail inside of here. You've got the painted pieces, obviously. And this is his maintenance bay / repair station. With painted eyes, I think it'd be perfect, but as is, he's really nice. Even inside here, so we've got the... Just a ton of sculpted detail in there. And the stripes continue on the inside. I don't know what I was thinking when I chose not to buy this thing. For $150, I think it's a steal.
Yeah, that's not bad. Usually you can get a lot of other Transformers at the same price and they're a lot smaller.
There you go.
Huh.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
We are ready to believe you. I think he's pretty cool. I like him.
I like him too. Once again, my thanks to my wife. So that's been it for this episode. I hope you enjoy our Ghostbusters week.
Indeed. Stick around as we review a bunch of Ghostbusters toys from throughout the ages. We have a whole bunch of different toys from all the different movies, from the cartoons, from the past, from the present, even from the new movie. We'll get to those towards the end of the week, just to kind of build up some anticipation for the film. We can't wait to see it. We've been waiting, like we said, for a very long time. Let us know what you guys think. If there's any of the toys you're looking forward to or that are your favorites, or even what you think of this guy. It's a perfect mashup of Ghostbusters and Transformers. Even for a non-Transformers guy, it's pretty awesome.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.